Welcome to the Private Chef Show. I'm Helen Cho with Private Chefs Inc., where we take you behind the scenes into the secret world of the private chef. Today's episode is for working private chefs who want to stay competitive, expand their skill set, and position themselves for the best placements in the market. The private chef market has changed significantly. Clients across Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Malibu, New York, Palm Beach, and beyond are more nutritionally informed than ever. They work with physicians, nutritionists, and functional medicine specialists. They follow specific dietary protocols, and they expect their chef to be ahead of the curve, not catching up to it. A private chef who stops learning stops growing. The chefs who command the best placements and the longest tenures are the ones who continually add to their skill set. This means stagiaires, courses, and a genuine commitment to staying current with both culinary technique and nutritional science. Stagiaires. One of the most valuable investments a private chef can make is a stagiaire, a working stage in a professional kitchen. Doing stages in Michelin-starred restaurants exposes you to the highest levels of techniques and standards in the industry. It also signals to prospective clients and agencies that you take your craft seriously. Beyond fine dining, stages in restaurants that specialize in specific cuisine types. Thai, Japanese, Indian, modern Mexican bring new flavors, ingredients, and cooking methods into your repertoire. In private service, range matters. A chef who can cook authentically across multiple culinary traditions is far more valuable to a household than one who is limited to a single style. Plant-based and vegan cooking. Demand for plant-based cooking in private households has grown steadily and shows no sign of slowing. Clients are choosing plant-based and vegan frameworks for health, ethical, and environmental reasons, and they expect the food to be genuinely excellent, not just a compromise. A formal course in plant-based cooking gives you the technical foundation to work confidently with the full range of vegetables, legumes, grains, and fruits, and to build menus that are as satisfying as anything you would produce in a traditional kitchen. Bread baking. Artisan bread baking has become a meaningful differentiator in private chef placements. Sourdough, gluten-free breads, traditional European loaves. A chef who bakes at a serious level brings something to a household that most cannot. Courses in bread baking cover everything from ingredient selection and fermentation to shaping, scoring, proofing, and the science behind crust and crumb. It is a discipline that takes time to develop and is genuinely appreciated by clients who care about food quality. Pastry. Pastry is a separate discipline from savory cooking, and private chefs who have formal pastry training command attention. Laminated doughs, tarts, plated desserts, confectionery, these skills elevate the dining experience in a private household in a way that is immediately apparent. Even a working knowledge of pastry fundamentals sets a chef apart in a competitive placement market. Ketogenic and low-carbohydrate diets are firmly established in the private chef market, particularly among performance-oriented and longevity-focused clients. Cooking keto well, not just removing carbohydrates, but building genuinely satisfying, nutritionally complete meals around healthy fats and quality proteins requires specific knowledge and creativity. A course in ketogenic cooking gives you the framework to execute this confidently, rather than improvising around a set of restrictions. Gluten-free and allergy-free menus. Food allergies and intolerances are increasingly common in private households, and the ability to cook without compromise across a range of allergens is a baseline expectation in the upper end of the market. Gluten-free cooking goes well beyond substitution. It requires an understanding of alternative grains like quinoa, buckwheat, and millet, and the techniques that make gluten-free food genuinely good rather than simply compliant. The same applies to dairy-free, nut-free, soy-free, and shellfish-free cooking. A chef who can navigate complex allergen combinations without losing quality is invaluable to the right household. Paleo and whole food cooking. Paleo and whole food dietary frameworks focus on minimally processed, nutrient-dense ingredients, quality meats, seafood, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds, with grains and dairy largely excluded. Chefs who understand this approach and can execute it creatively are well positioned for placements with health-forward clients. The emphasis on ingredient quality and sourcing in paleo cooking also aligns naturally with the values of most high-end private households. Mindful and conscious cuisine. An increasing number of private household clients are thinking about food in terms of sustainability, environmental impact, and overall well-being. Locally sourced organic seasonal cooking is no longer a niche preference. It is a standard expectation in many of the markets where Private Chefs Inc. operates. Understanding the sourcing landscape in your area, building relationships with farmers and producers, and cooking with genuine attention to the origin and quality of ingredients is part of what it means to be a serious private chef today. Nutrition for health conditions. Perhaps the most significant area of continued education for a private chef is clinical nutrition, understanding how food intersects with specific health conditions. Clients managing cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, autoimmune conditions, or other chronic health challenges are increasingly looking for chefs who can work within medically guided nutritional frameworks. Pursuing formal coursework in nutrition and building the ability to collaborate productively with a client's medical team elevates a chef's role from cook to genuine health partner. It also opens doors to placements that are simply not available to chefs without that knowledge. The private chef market rewards range, depth, and the willingness to keep learning. Every course, every stage, every new dietary framework you master is an investment in your career and in the value you bring to the households you work for. If you have the qualifications and the commitment to work at this level, a minimum of 8 years of high-level culinary experience, a background in fine dining or luxury hospitality, documented private household experience, and fluency in health-forward cooking, we invite you to register with Private Chefs Inc. and join our talent roster. Our network connects qualified private chefs with ultra-high net worth households, celebrity clients, and prominent families across the United States. I'm Helen Cho. Thank you for joining us on the Private Chef Show. To learn more or to register with PCI, visit privatechefsinc.com. We'll see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more behind-the-scenes insights into the exclusive world of private chefs.